Hey everyone, Michael here from Extreme Diecast Racing. Today we're racing Case K. We've opened the case, pulled out all the cars that are in this bin. We're going to find out which one is the fastest by running them down our Super 6 lane raceway. This raceway is 41 feet long, so it's a half-mile scale. So it's an extremely long race. Some of the lighter cars lose their speed on the long end, but the car that wins out on this case will take on our current 21 champ, which is this Honda Civic. It's an extremely fast car. All right, our first group. We've got the 67 Chevelle 55 396, and we've got the 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel. Then we've got the McLaren Speedtail, the Clip Rod, and then the Ford F-150 Raptor and the Corvette C8R. All right, let's rip them open. Here's our first group. We've got the Corvette hidden over there on the right behind the truck. Also got a McLaren Speedtail. Let's see how they do. The Corvette C8R barely won out. That was a close race. Good way to start this case race. Here's our next group. We've got the 82 Dodge Rampage, then the Surf and Turf, the 06 Pontiac GTO, the Batman Batmobile, Lethal Diesel, and Jaguar XE SV Project 8. We're lined up for race number 2. There's a Jaguar in this group, and the Jaguars are usually pretty quick. Let's see how they do. This Jaguar casting is fast. Every case, this casting at least goes to the semifinals, so it's moving on this time too. Here's our next group. We've got the Mod Rod, the 85 Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z, Porsche 956 Outlaw, then the Custom 70 Honda, 2018 Bentley Continental GT3, and Loco Motorin. We're lined up for our next race. Got a train in this one, some sports cars. Got this Chevrolet Camaro that looks nice in the Mod Rod. Let's see how they do. The Mod Rod won that one. Even came off the track right before the finish line slid in, but he still took first place. Looks to be pretty fast. First up, we've got the Loopster, then the 70 Chevrolet Camaro RS, 17 Nissan GTR, then the Lancia Delta Integrale, 69 Copo Camaro, and then Surf's Up. We're lined up for our next race. We've got our Surfer over there on the right hand side. Copo Camaro should be fast. And we've got the Loopster. Have to admit, I'm rooting for the Loopster. 17 Nissan GTR took that one. He's moving on to the next round. Here's our 4 winners from part 1. These are some pretty fast cars. We've seen these castings before do really well. We got a new one though, which is the Mod Rod. Here's our next group. We've got the Chevy Silverado Off-Road, and then the 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7, 68 Mustang, Porsche 993 GT2, then Carde Asada, and Turto Shell. We're lined up and ready to race. We've got a Turtle and a Taco, a wide truck, so I think it's going to be between the Porsche and the Mazda RX-7. Let's see how it goes. This really nice looking Mazda RX-7 took that one. He was way ahead of the other cars. He's moving on. Here's our next group. First up, we've got Muscle and Blown, which is Jaden's pick to win this case. Then we've got this new Batmobile. It looks like a muscle car. Pretty excited to see that one run. And we've got one of my favorite cars of all time, which is the 20 Toyota GR Supra. Then the 40 GT40. Hot Weiler, and Bot Wheels. This will be a fun race. This is a pretty nice group. I've been excited to see this Batmobile run. We've got a Supra GT40 and this Muscle and Blown over here on the left. Looks to be pretty fast. All right, let's see who can take this one. This Batmobile won it. I'm really liking this car. It looks pretty tough, looks fast, and on the back of it, it's got what looks to be a bat. So, pretty nice design on it. Here's our next group. First up is the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. So that's my pick to win this case. Let's see how he does. Then we've got Twinnin' and Winnin'. Then the Subaru WRX STI. Next is the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. Then the 87 Dodge. And then the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300. Here's our lineup. We've got 3 really big vehicles here. Should be some high-flying action at the finish line. We've got 3 cars that either of them could take this thing. Let's see how it goes. The 2018 Honda Civic Type R took that one, so this is my pick to win it all. This car has quite a bit of weight to it compared to the others. It just feels like it will do well, much like the Honda Civic that's our current champ. So let's see how he does in the semifinals. Here's our last group. First up, we've got the 91 Mazda MX-5 Miata, which is the regular treasure hunt from this case. 80 El Camino. Formula E Generation 2 car, then the 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko, and the 67 Ford Mustang Coupe. We're lined up for our last race. We've got the regular treasure hunt over here on the left, the Mazda Miata, and lately the regular treasure hunts have moved pretty far along in the race, so we'll see if this guy can do the same. This great looking 67 Ford Mustang GT took that one pretty fast. He's moving on to the next round. All right, we're ready for the semifinals. We've got 4 really fast cars here. This is a great looking group. This has been an exciting case so far. And it looks like the semifinals are going to be just incredible with these 8 cars. So this is our group 2. We've got the Savannah RX-7, Batmobile, Honda, and also a Ford Mustang. In our other group, we've got a Corvette. We've also got the Jaguar, the Mod Rod, and a Nissan. Let's see how they all do. We're lined up for race number 1 of Group 1. The first car here to win 2 races will move on to the finals. This Nissan is really fast. He didn't have a hard time winning that race, but he's got to win 1 more to move on to the finals. We're set for race number 2. So far, the Nissan over on the right in lane 3 has taken a race. If he takes 1 more, he's moving on to the finals. That was a close race. The Corvette won out. Nissan was right on his tail. Matter of fact, all 4 of the cars were right grouped together at the finish line. Pretty exciting. Let's see how it goes next round. I've switched up the lanes. So far, Nissan has a win, and also the Corvette has a win. 1 more win by either of those 2, and they're moving on to the finals. The 17 Nissan GTR won that one, but the Mod Rod was right there. Almost won that race. It was a good race. All right, he's moved on to the finals. This is a great group. It'll be fun to see which one wins out of these 4. Mazda RX-7, Batmobile. We've got this Honda Civic over here, and then a Mustang. The 67 Ford Mustang GT took that one. It was a decently close race though. Let's see how the next round goes. We're lined up for race number 2. So far, the purple Ford Mustang has taken a race. Wins 1 more, he's moving on. The Mazda RX-7 woke up, won that race. See how he does in the next one. We're lined up for race number 3. So far, the Mazda RX-7 has a win in lane 4, and the Mustang over in lane 5 has a win. 1 more win by those 2, and they move on to the finals. Welcome to the finals of Case K. We've got our two finalists, Ford Mustang and also the Nissan GT-R. They're going to be running against each other, and the winner of these two will take on our current champ, which is the Honda Civic. This is one fast car. We'll see if anybody can beat them out. Let's see how it goes. We're lined up for race number 1 of the finals of Case K. We've got our Nissan against our Ford Mustang. First to win 3 races is the champ. The Nissan GT-R won that first race, but it was extremely close. Let's see if he can take 2 more and become the champ of this case. Switched up the lanes. So far the Mustang over in lane number 1 has a win, and our Nissan doesn't have a win yet. Nissan GT-R is pretty fast. He's won 2 races so far. Let's see what happens in this third. They're lined up on the middle 2 lanes, 3 and 4. So far, Mustang has 0 wins and the Nissan GT-R has 2. 1 more win by the Nissan and he's our champ of this case. Well, the Mustang is making a race out of it, so he took that last race. Looks like the Nissan had a tough time. Let's see how the next race goes. Ready, set, go. Well, the Mustang won that race, though the finish line said differently. The battery must be getting low on the finish line, because sometimes when that happens it misindicates who wins. But it's clear through the slow motions the Mustang won, so now we're tied up 2-2. Comes down to one last race. Well, the Mustang is trying to make a huge comeback. He was down 2-0, and now it's tied 2-2. So the one who wins this race is the champ of Case K. That was an absolute incredible comeback by the Mustang. Down 0-2 and then won 3 races in a row. Now, they were pretty close races. So here's our champ of Case K. And now he's going to try to take on our current running champ of 2021, Honda Civic SI. This is one fast casting. It's going to be tough to beat. First to win 3 races is our running champ of 2021. We're lined up for race number 1 to find out which is the fastest car of 2021. Our current champ, the Honda Civic, is over in lane number 1. Challenger 67 Mustang is over in lane number 6. First to win 3 races is our champ of 2021. Honda Civic is pretty fast. He's going to be tough to beat. We'll see if the Mustang can put up a challenge. I've switched up the lanes. So far, Honda Civic has 1 win, Mustang has 0. Honda Civic is fast, winning out 2-0 so far against the Mustang. Wins 1 more, he'll continue to be our champ for 2021. We're lined up in the middle lanes on 3 and 4. So far the Honda Civic has 2 wins, Mustang has 0. Well, our 67 Mustang put up a valiant effort. He was down 2-0 in the case race. Came back to win, winning 3 races in a row. But running against our current champ, the Honda Civic, he was no match. This is only the 2nd time this entire year that the champ has won out and retained his throne. So the Honda Civic looks pretty fast. It'll be tough to beat him. Right. If you like this race, hit the subscribe button. We've got more races coming your way. All right, thanks for watching.